it's Jen from Kids Eat Vegetables. Thank you so much for joining my broadcast. If you're new to me, let me introduce myself. I am, like I said, Jen Zills, and I am a wife, a mom of 3, a certified health coach, and the founder of Kids Eat Vegetables, where I help busy moms on their journey to raising healthy kiddos. And I am passionate about helping moms get their kids to eat more vegetables and make healthy choices. Today's broadcast has nothing to do with that. However, if you'd like to learn more about that, you can go to kidseatvegetables.com. And if you'd like to get on our newsletter, we send out a weekly newsletter every Saturday morning filled with tips, recipes, videos, coloring pages for the kids, jokes for the kids, as well as information about our upcoming live broadcasts and events. So go to kidseatvegetables.com/tips. kidseatvegetables.com/tips. You'll get some great new recipes in your inbox every Saturday morning. Today, I am talking about organizing our kids' papers, school papers. So I know this is something that a lot of moms struggle with, and if you don't have a process for this, it can be extremely overwhelming, and you can quickly take over your kitchen, your laundry room, wherever it is, you start stacking up all of the papers that come home from school. So this is a process that I established a couple years ago. Believe me, there are some things in my house that are not organized at all, and there's other things that I'm really good at. And I've learned enough about myself, and you probably can have the same experience, that if I can actually set up a process, I'm really good at sticking to it. It's just a matter of kind of setting up that process is usually the difficult part. So I thought, you know what, since this is one that I'm actually doing well, I thought I'd share with you my process for organizing school papers. And I will tell you that I'm not one that really hoards or needs to save a lot of my kids' school stuff. Because here's the thing, there's so much of it, right? So I'm pretty picky, and I try to make decisions immediately about what I'm gonna save, what I'm gonna keep, what's gonna be hung up for a short period of time because it's so awesome or my daughters love it, and what is just gonna immediately go in the garbage. Because some things just need to immediately go in the garbage, because if they don't, you just start having way too much clutter and trash laying around your house. And I mean, your daughter is going to make you another beautiful picture again next week, I promise you. So things that are important to me to save, I always like to save, obviously we save report cards and school pictures and class pictures and notes from the teacher and certificates and awards, things like that. I always try to save a sample of their handwriting every year, right? So you really want to have something that has their little handwriting on it. So some things are really important to me, and other things I'm like, you know what, this is another picture of flowers. It's gorgeous, I love it. We'll hang it up for a couple weeks or a couple days, and then it's gone. And other things I'm like, oh, wow, that's wonderful. We're gonna toss it. I don't tell my kids that. So first, before I show you how you organize, let me tell you how I toss. So you never know what item your kids are gonna bring home, your daughter or son's gonna bring home that their heart is just set on, right? So you empty out the folder and you're like, oh no, I'm gonna throw this in the garbage, but then, you know, you've had this experience where you throw it away, and then like 2 hours later, your daughter comes in and wants to know where it is and is bawling and finds it in the garbage can. And at this point, it has coffee grounds, cantaloupe rinds, gosh only knows what on it because it's been in the garbage can, right? Not a good sight. She's crying, the artwork is a mess. This was her like Picasso moment. So here's what I do. I kind of have like a temporary garbage process. So when I'm gonna toss something that came home from school that I'm not really sure about how my daughter's gonna feel about, I have a small garbage can in my laundry room. It's laundry room garbage. It's like papers, maybe a little bit of dryer lint, nothing major. There's no like coffee grounds and cantaloupe rinds and God knows what left, you know, whatever, scraped off plates. There's none of that in the garbage because it's the laundry room garbage can. So I will put these precious items that she may love in the garbage can. And if they go, you know, a couple days without being mentioned, it's garbage. If she asks about it, I can just quickly pull it out and go, oh, that's right, you made that beautiful garden scene. Here you go, baby, we can hang this up. I didn't realize how important it was to you, right? So I kind of do a temporary garbage solution, and so it doesn't go into the kitchen garbage. It also kind of goes out of sight, out of mind, but in a clean way, so that if we need to, quickly extract it from the garbage, we can, and it's not totally ruined. So that's my tip for getting ready. If you're going to toss things and you're not really sure how your kids are going to respond, throw them somewhere in like a paper garbage can, maybe in your office or in your laundry room, where it's not going to be a total mess with kitchen scraps, and you can pull it out if you need to. Because I've had that happen, and I'm sure you have too, where she's like, where's my, seashells or whatever it is of the week, whatever the theme is for the week at school, right? So, temporary garbage, tip number 1. Tip number 2, have a process. Make decisions quickly. Do not let school papers start building up, because you will just get into a situation where there's no end and it's a mess and you're stressing out about it. Not necessary. I mean, the really important papers only come every couple weeks, right? The report cards, the little certificates, things like that. So here's what I have. And you can get this. I have 3 kids. I've seen these with 4, 5, whatever, right? You can get up to however many kids you have. So I have this little storage drawer system. 3 kids, 3 drawers. My oldest is at the top, my middle, and then my youngest. This is what, you can see how big this is. It's like paper size, okay? This I have at the top of a closet in our office. This is where important papers go. So throughout the school year, I just toss things in the drawer. And, as they get older, these things get a lot. So this is my son. He just finished 5th grade, right? Not a lot of artwork, but there's report cards. There is actually a pretty cool piece of art that he did. I liked that. But it gets a little bit less as they get older, right? Letters. You know what? I put like his health forms in here now. The doctors give you that printout. I'm like, I throw that in there. I don't know. He did the best in class on a push-up test. Silly little things, but mostly report cards. He took a scuba. See, and I forget about some of this. He took a little scuba class this year. And so I have the CD from the scuba class. These are the pictures his teacher put together. So as you can see, one child, this was his 5th grade year. It's in the top drawer. That's how I save it. So throughout the school year, important papers go into this container. Each kid has their own drawer. And I quickly make decisions. If it's something we're going to hang, we hang it up. If it's something really special, I tell my girls, you know what, we're going to put this in this special box. And they think that's awesome, right? Because they're like, oh, it's going in this special box. Mommy's going to keep it forever. And it kind of makes those important papers even more important, because they know you're going to save them. If everything gets saved, then there's really nothing special, right? So then I have my second daughter, my middle daughter, and, she's kind of my sentimental, my little pack rat. So there's a lot of things in here for her. But again, I have her report cards and a little poem. They did this poem. It's so sweet. So I saved the poem that she didn't write it, but they just did an oral reading of this poem, and I love when her class sings it. She's in the choir. She has a little assessment from her choir program. So it's not just school things. It's anything that's kind of happened in that school year. There's some artwork. Again, I try to always make sure I have a sample of their writings, their little handwriting at each age. I love it. I love to see how it goes and gets neater. Well, my daughter's gets neater. My son is, I think it's getting sloppier. But anyways, he's cute. Here's just a little picture. I love this little picture. She made this little picture. And this is at home. This wasn't at school. This is she wrote a little story, and she tells about what her family's doing. One day my family was outside playing. My brother was mowing the lawn. My sister was riding her bike, and I was playing basketball. It was a good day. The end. I love that. And there's my son mowing the lawn and riding bikes and playing basketball. So, just the little things. Memories. She made her first communion this year, so these are documents from the church for that. She has this beautiful painting she made. So all of that. And when I go through it, so I should have done this at the end of the school year. I'm a little bit late. We're getting ready for the next school year, so I'm just now doing it, getting ready for the next school year. I will purge even from this box. So this is the box I have for her 2nd grade year. And she did this like foamy, and she thought this was exciting. It's a foamy, like you can get this and it's lovely. I love the Last Supper, but we don't need to keep this. So I will even purge from my purge box before it gets kind of put into permanent storage. So this is one school year, one kid has a drawer. And again, her report cards, her class picture, so you can kind of get a sense of what's in here. Important things. not everything. She got a new bike this year, so I put the bike book and the little receipt for the bike, because you know she's gonna look back in 20 years and be buying her kid a bike and be like, hey, remember when I got that bike? You know, so there's random things in here. Again, I keep their I just started doing this recently, their physicals from the doctor, because you want to put those somewhere, right? But, you know, so that's in there. Again, some artwork is in there, and that's great. So now that the school year's, her report card, this is her tuition for school, you know, so they can remember how much I invested in them. I'm joking, kind of. So here is her drawer. So this is my middle daughter's drawer, as you can see. And so once I purged through the kind of the final purge of 2nd grade, I just put all that together. She got first place in an art contest. So that's the important stuff, and you get the idea. I put that into a manila folder. I'll put the date, the school year, the school they attended. I'll put all that into a manila folder. And then it kind of goes into long-term storage, which I will show you. I'm not going to try to put that in right now. Okay, so this is my son's kind of long-term storage. This is preschool through 4th grade. I'm just getting ready to do 5th grade now. So as you can see, this is his box. And like I said, as he gets older, the file gets smaller and smaller. So there's not that much to save. So, you know, I'm thinking he's going to have 2 boxes when he goes off and when he has his own kids and they're like, hey, how are daddy's grades or whatever? Let me see some artwork or whatever. Old report cards. He has this. He can decide what to do with it as he goes off to live his life. And it makes it easier for me. I don't have like all this stuff to go through. If you save too much, you're just piling it all till the end and you're going to have to purge at some point anyways, right? So purge each school year. It makes it a lot easier. So make quick decisions, have a process set up for yourself, decide what's important, what's not important, and just put it in. Like I said, I love this. I know some people just joined, so I'll show you again my little, and they have these in all different sizes. I have 3 kids, but I've seen them for 2, I've seen them for 5, you know, there's these stackable little drawers. This is in the closet on top of my office. The kids aren't in, this is mine. This is like mommy's favorite. And they know if I'm putting something in here, it's really, really special and really important. So we don't save everything. And if you just joined, I will tell you, I have a purging process where if there's something that I want to get rid of, but I'm not really sure, like, to be honest, like here's this little cross. It's cute, it's watercolors, it's great. It's not necessarily a lot of art, it was like masking tape and paint, right? So it's beautiful, my daughter wants to keep it, I'll hang it up. But then when we're done with it, I put it in the laundry room garbage can. I know. And it's kind of a temporary garbage. That way, food waste and things from the kitchen garbage can doesn't get on it. So if she comes home and she realizes that I've taken it down and she's devastated, I can just quickly pull it out and go, oh, no, it's right here, baby. Here it is. Temporary garbage. And then if she doesn't say anything about it for the whole week that it's in the garbage, then it goes gone. And that's great. And she's made a new masking tape paint thing, you know? So this is out of sight, out of mind. And I'm not keeping everything. So each kid has a drawer, important documents, milestones for the year, report cards, doctors, certificates. Again, my daughter got her first bike, things like that. Pictures, their class pictures, things like that. So things that are individual to them, they each have their own. Oh, my daughter, here's her little yearbook, you know, so that kind of stuff, right? At the end of the school year, or whenever it's convenient in the summer, I'm a little late, I put everything into a manila folder, put it into the long-term storage. This box is like next to all the Christmas supplies or Christmas stuff, you know, and each kid has their own. I will say, so this is my son, this is preschool through 4th grade. I should be able to fit 5th grade in there, but for my youngest, I did move to a little bit bigger container, so hopefully I can get like preschool through 8th grade into this size, and each kid only has 1 box. That's the goal. That's the goal. So, do you ladies have any questions? This is how I purge school documents. I don't keep everything. Make a decision quickly. As soon as it comes out of the folder, is it exciting, worth saving? Is it sentimental? Does it have their handwriting or something about their personality, an interest they were in? Like I said, I have my daughter's choir pages, some of their gymnastics pictures. So what were they into that school year? What were their interests? Who were their friends? Just keeping little mementos of that shows who they are as a person, and not every regular, you know, standard art project that comes home because you will be so overwhelmed and inundated with paper clutter. This is what I do to organize school papers. Like I said, there's some things I'm really good at and some things that are, you know, like I'm not even gonna take you into other areas of my house. So this happens to be one that I got into a good routine. It's been consistent. I find if I find a good process, I'm really able to stick to it. It's building those processes and that sometimes make me overwhelmed. Like, don't talk to me about the pantry or cleaning out the refrigerator, things like that. I don't have all of those on a good schedule or routine, but the school papers, they will take over if I'm not careful. So that's kind of why I came up with this process. I hope this helps. This has nothing to do with feeding your kids vegetables, but it does have to do with being a mom. And I think if we can find the things that work for us and share them with each other, that's gonna make motherhood just that much easier. Yeah, so if you have any questions or comments, let me know. If you found this valuable, share it with your friends. And maybe they can set up a little, you know, paper storage process as we get to kick off the next school year. This will be empty here within the hour and ready for 5th grade, 3rd grade, and K-5 kindergarten. So they're getting big, they're getting older. It's sad that the files get smaller as they get older. I mean, this is my son. It's like, they just, you know, they're not making as many things, but they're still making as many memories, and they're getting big, so I'm excited for them. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye.